Alongside Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce courtside.
And given the nature of the rivalry between these teams, expect emotions to be running high. Both teams have to feel a little on edge right now.
And who doesn't love this stuff? Two teams that have beef. Look, the stakes are a little bit higher, and it should make this a very interesting matchup.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. We know things can get heated between these two, Grant. No love lost in this matchup.
And that competitive fire, it grows when you're in the same conference. You get to see each other so often. You know, B.A., I think we're in for some good theater in this one.
Going inside. Oh, misses the dunk. To the paint. Here's Stackhouse. Brooklyn pulls it in. Here's Frazier. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. And the three-pointer goes.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Pass to Stackhouse. Clock at 6. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. Brooklyn with the ball. Ooh, it's stolen away. Back to Carter. Intercepted. In transition. Here comes Brooklyn. Here's Granger. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Here's Arenas. Pass to Stoudemire. 5 to shoot. Dumars grabs the miss.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
With a healthy roster, the Nets got off to a good start last year, Richard.
Yeah, they were 9-10, playing good ball, but a few injuries, notably one to Cam Thomas, really shut down their season. And the Nets went 6-22 after the All-Star break. Getting this one to fall hopefully gets things rolling. Their first make out of 5 shots.
Here's Dumars. That one off the back iron and out.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
Here's Malone. And the layup is good off the glass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
Pass to Stackhouse. Here's Arenas. And the layup falls.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
On the take. Here's Dumars. Brooklyn, no good that time either. Toronto trailing. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
Tipped. Here's Duncan. Here's Arenas. Pass to Stackhouse. And here's Carter. They swipe it. With the drive, Dumars. The rebound by Malone.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break of mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Here's Dumars.
Elevates and detonates the one-hand stuff.
Picture perfect. And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for the Raptors. They trail by 1. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Just knifing his way to the rim.
He looked practically unstoppable on that play. Dumars misses. Here's Toronto with the ball. A big stretch here going. 10-2. Pass to Stackhouse. Connects from downtown.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Carter. Picked it out of midair. Here's Worthy. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Now here's Carter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's to Stoudemire. Toronto needs to get off a shot here. Arenas' shot is off. To the inside. Here's Dumars. Here's Worthy. Off target from three-point range. It's all tied in Toronto. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. 13. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. You know, you take a look at the Raptors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge, too.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Raptors coach Darko Rajakovic explained what he's looking for on the offensive end. He said, quote, it's unselfishness, ball and body movement, playing together and making each other better. Also, you have to be able to adjust. Basketball is not set in stone. If it was, it would be a recipe. Back to you.
Yeah, got to roll with the punches. Thank you, Allie. Sloan. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Bad idea leaving him open. He needs more defensive attention, not less.
They get the rebound. And another shot. And he lays it up and in.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Driving inside. A nice shot by Abdul Rauf.
He took it right to the rack, and look, there's no one that can stop him.
And while the Raptors are rebuilding, they're not bottoming out like some teams out there, Grant.
Yeah, they have some pieces. I mean, some young guys who can really play. And with the lottery odds flattened out in the play-in tournament, that middle road is more agreeable than in years past.
Here's Abdul Rauf from beyond the arc and then some. Abdul Rauf got 5 points.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Into the lane. Toronto passing it around. Daniels, that one's true. And now a 6-point Toronto lead. And what's your take, guys, here on the hustle stats for the Raptors?
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And something else I've noticed is how they've been able to cause turnovers and take advantage of them on the offensive end, not wasting those extra chances at all.
Down low. Got a piece of it. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Miller. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Brooklyn shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And when it comes to taking an offense out of its rhythm, what are some of the primary methods, Grant?
Well, B.A., you have to disrupt their flow. That can come from steals, deflections, block shots, even change shots. Anything that makes them feel uncomfortable. Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Toronto leading by 7. Drives to the hoop. And he jams it home with authority.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
Murphy. Pass to Issel. Back to Murphy. Here's Issel. Out to the right wing. Now here's Murphy. Rebounded by Daniels. Here's Abdul Rauf. 7 points in the game. Sinks another one. He's on a roll, starting 4 for 4.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
So it's Toronto now, following the bucket by the Nets. Pass to Abdul Rauf. Back to Daniels. Oh, what a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Over to the left wing. Here's Lanier. Rebounded by Daniels. Pass to Griffith. To the middle. The shot. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. And Grant, the Nets have shown the capacity to rebuild quickly in the past.
Yeah, playing in a big market helps. But they pivoted decisively from their Big Three era and have the picks and flexibility to make moves.
And both free throws good for Daniels.
To have a big who's great at the line, such a plus.
Pass to Issel. Let's go with a three. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
Even though it didn't go down, they'll take that shot every time.
Porter from outside. Lanier with the rebound. Nets trail by 13. It's Miller with a drive.
Toronto foul. Steven Jackson. First personal foul. Second team foul.
24 seconds left to play in the first half. Outside Murphy. 6 on the shot clock. From behind the arc. The rebound by Cummings. Outside Porter. Pass to Bargnani. Up and over McCollum. No good off the glass. The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. Toronto out in front. They lead by 13. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a minute. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Now here's Carter. This is the most they've led, 13 points. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Toronto leading by 15. Porter looks it over. Here's the floater. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Personal foul.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
At the line for 2.
And he sinks the second. Nets trail by 16. And there's a pick. Pass to Worthy. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger. Back to Porter. Inside. Malone can't get it to go. Here's Granger. And he lays it up and in. Granger's got 6.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Now here's Porter to the inside. And they're on the run. All alone. And Brooklyn again with a bucket.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Outside corner. Pass to Malone. Rebound Brooklyn. And so they foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
The Raptors making a switch here. Steps back. Here's Worthy. Driving in. Pass to Granger. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Duncan. And the shot no good. A bit short.
Their first miss since the break. Still, I like how they've come out so far.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's his first trip to the line.
He did a lot of damage at the free throw line in their last game.
And he makes a first. Well, a multi-sport survey showed that among respondents, the average age of referees in the U.S. was almost 57. Is that a concern, you think?
Well, we've seen that in the NBA. Older officials retiring and becoming teachers, and the younger generation coming in, still cutting their teeth. Ultimately, they've got to continue to learn and build, and that takes time.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Commissioner Adam Silver talked about tweaking the game. He said analytics take sports in a certain direction because it's a coach and GM's job to win, and they'll do everything they can to do so under the existing rules. It's on us to adjust because we're also looking at the aesthetic appeal of the game. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much for the report, Allie. Pass to Arenas. Here's the break. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Brooklyn shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Good on the second one. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Outside Carter. Shot clock at 6. Out of bounds. It'll be Brooklyn's ball. Nets trailed by 8. McCollum outside. Pulls up, high post. Out to the right wing. Goes back up. The bank shot, no good. When you're casual with the ball, it can come back to bite you.
Yeah, B.A., playing loose can help you and hurt you. They really need to tighten it up. He put some rage into that one, B.A.
You're telling me. Here's Murphy. Following the bucket by the Raptors. Yep, count it. Murphy's gotten his first points in this one.
They've come into the second half with renewed focus at the offensive end, putting in a big effort.
Here's Arenas. Driving to the basket. Lanier with the rebound. And the Nets with possession here. They're on a 13-5 run. Shot's good by McCollum.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Things are firing on all cylinders for them right now. We'll see if they can keep it going.
And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. There's a minute 12 left in the third quarter. Here's Abdul Rauf. He's got 9. Takes it inside. Oh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
He's pouring it on at a nice clip, and the rest of the team is stepping up as well.
Murphy attacks. Pass to Lanier. And a nice finish on the layup. Lanier's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
After a poor offensive first half, some nice adjustments made by the staff, and their shooting percentage is climbing.
To the paint. Here's Bargnani. And he goes in for the dunk.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how that plays out.
Here's Lanier. Yep, that one goes. Lanier's got 4 points now in the quarter.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. Raptors out in front. They lead by 5.
The Nets, 14.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Nets trailed by 5.
Toronto foul. Darius Young. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Dumars. The shake. Sloan pulls it in. Here's Abdul Rauf. He takes it in. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Raptors lead by 7. Here's Sloan. Out of bounds. It'll be the Nets ball.
Nets ball.
Here's Frazier. Pass to Worthy. The 3. Hits the trifecta.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Here's Sloan. There's a screen. Now Daniels. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Toronto.
Look, they're getting good looks inside. It's been a point of emphasis all night long, but I love this hard-nosed attitude of this team.
And we can't forget about how ferocious they've been cutting to the rim, just going right at defenders and finding ways to finish.
Worthy can't hit. Toronto leading by 6. Pass to Stackhouse. Here's Arenas. 6 to shoot. Here's Griffith. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Second team foul.
That free throw misses. The Raptors making a switch here. And he ends up missing both free throws. Nets trailed by 6. Pass to Granger. Here's Dumars. Here's Worthy. The Nets need to get off a shot here. Here's Arenas. Down low. Ooh, good finish at the rack off a slick feed. And the Raptors lead by 8.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will. And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
And that'll be Toronto's ball as it goes out of bounds. Raptors able to keep possession.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Here's Arenas. And that one is hammered home.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Here's Arenas. Jams it home!
And he gives gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him. You can see the change in approach from him since the break. He's been a menace after being held scoreless in the first half.
Here's Arenas. It's stolen away. Oh, the feathery touch. Dropped it right over the rim.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for it.
Carter. Another shot. And there's the screen. Another chance. Can't get it to go. That's trailed by 4. Here's Frazier. And he drives in. And he slams it down.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Here's Brooklyn. A minute 9 left in the fourth quarter here. And he commits the intentional foul. Out of bounds, the Raptors will take it. And a big issue for them, turnovers.
Yeah, you just can't give away possessions in this league.
.51 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Dumars. Ooh, he can't tie it up. That one's no good. This is their chance to stretch the lead, Brad.
Yeah, it's a must. They have to execute and avoid the big mistake.
Here's Arenas. Shot clock at 5. Oh, no good on the layup. Oh, missed on the trade. And they foul intentionally. Now, they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
And they go to the intentional foul. Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. And he's able to hit the second one. And that makes it a 3-point lead. And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. All right, thoughts on what Coach is going to do here?
And a 3 would tie it up. If they have to make one extra pass to get a better shot, they probably have just enough time to do that.
To tie it up.